So you always have to think like, damn, like I have to hold out. I have to hold out, even though the chemistry is crazy. Like I don't want this person to think, all right, we out, and this is just something I do all the time. You wanna be like, all right, how can I keep this relationship going without having sex with this person tonight?
Can I be honest?
And don't start judging yourself when you do it. I hate
Can I
that.
be honest? And that's actually never been a consideration in my mind. Like, no, I'm not worried about, because like real talk, like if somebody is if the universe says that this is your person, the circumstances don't matter. That's your person. So, and I'm not saying 10 years ago that's what I was thinking, but it's never been a consideration in my mind to be like, oh, let me hold back on some coochie so he like me some more, or so that my judgment isn't clouded. At the end of
All right, y'all. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. This is my first panel show. We got a whole bunch of people. More people are coming. This is about to be super fun. And we're about to talk about different topics. And the first topic is that particular snippet of the video. We can go a little farther in the video, but what are y'all's thoughts on a woman waiting to sleep with a dude with the specific thinking that if I wait, he's going to want me, or if I don't wait, he's not going to want me?
All right, I guess I'll jump in here real quick. Listen here, ladies, let me tell y'all something. If the man is just there for coochie, it don't matter how long you make him wait. If he want to sleep with you and that's it, here, what I like to call a whole phase man, right? This is what I talk about. If he's a whole phase man, you can make him wait 6 months. You can make him wait a year. When he hit, he gonna be gone not long after. That's all he's gonna really care about. He ain't gonna care about your well-being, making you a better woman, any of that, because he's just there for sex. Now, a dude that's an actual quality man that's trying to get to know you because he sees potential in you, some type of wifey potential or whatever the case, you got really good qualities, he's going to still want to have sex with you, but that won't be his only reason for talking to you and his only focus. So that's the difference between the men. So the quality man, it don't matter when you sleep with him. You can sleep with him the first day. You can sleep with him in 2 weeks. If he actually wants to get to know you because he's looking for something serious, it ain't gonna matter when you sleep with him. Now that don't mean that it's gonna last forever either, but I'm just saying it's completely different depending on the type of man that you're dealing with.
Okay. So if a woman sleeps with you meet a woman and she sleep with you on the first night, you hit up on Instagram or whatever, right? Or she comes to one of the Tonight's Conversation shows and y'all smash the same night. That's not going to affect how you feel about her, and whether you like her or whether you don't like her.
I think it's circumstantial too. Let me throw that in there. I
Okay.
think it's
Right.
yeah, I think it's circumstantial because if I meet you at a bar and the first time I see you, I smash you in the bathroom, that's different than, okay, we start talking on Instagram and we've been talking for 2 months. And now we finally meet up somewhere and we click and we done developed this rapport and we happen to have sex on the first day. You know what I'm saying? So the circumstance also matters. At that particular point, we've been talking for 2 months. I'm not thinking about that. But if I go bang your guts out in the club, of course, men gonna be like, man, I just hit her in the club. It's gonna be different. So the circumstances matter also.
I'll say too, it's circumstantial, but even more so, it's are you putting on a facade? Like, so whether
The
it's
man
the
or the
first,
woman?
the
The man or
woman.
the woman. Okay.
So like the problem isn't waiting. Wait as long as you would like to wait. Hold out as long as you would like to hold out. But the problem comes in when you're putting on a facade, and people can sense when you're putting on a facade. So that's where resentment could come in. That's where a man might just wait out of spite, just because he knows that it's a facade you're putting on versus that actually being you. And so a lot of times, men who are seen as better candidates, they tend to actually have to go through more hoops in order to get to, or I won't even say finish line, because it shouldn't be the finish line if he's looking for a really real relationship. But a lot of times he'll have to go through a lot more hoops in order to even get to sex because he's seen as a better candidate. But maybe she's not moving that way with other men, and that's usually sense. It's just like a man that doesn't have money that's trying to act like he has money. A woman can sense when a man is broke. But she might accept whether or not he's broke if he's just real about his situation. But if he's putting on a facade about it, that's a whole different sort of energy, and then you can usually feel that. And the same thing with like how a woman moves sexually.
Okay. All right. Everybody introduce yourselves real quick, and everybody watching, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Y'all already know what it is. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, and introduce yourselves real quick.
All right, I'll kick it off. So I'm Justin Blue, motivational speaker, life coach, and also stand-up comedian. So Justin Blue.
Wait, stand-up comedian?
Yeah, I've been hopping in stand-up comedy too. It's the best way to get out messages that you can't say nowhere else. And not be canceled. Yeah. So
and not be canceled.
You can say whatever you want to say and not be canceled. But and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be said that you're not allowed to say. But when you're doing comedy, as long as there's humor within it, you can get a person to understand or accept certain stuff that they would never want to accept in any other conversation.
I need to be a stand-up comedian then. We need to talk. That is interesting. All right, so who's next? Drop your shit in the chat. Let me know where you at, y'all. Who's next? This is interesting.
I'll go next. My name is Amani from the Amani Talks podcast, a faith-based podcast. I don't even know what else to say. Content creator, full-time content creator, podcast host, Amani.
You go viral every 3 days. Yeah, like say it with your chest, Amani. I be going viral every time you turn around, and I'm that woman that you see on TikTok everywhere talking my shit or spreading my faith.
People tend to enjoy what I have to say. Yes.
There you go. Come on, y'all.
Ladies,
Chevy.
go ahead.
I'm Chevy Caprice. I'm just a content creator by default. Just known to just speak my mind, keep it real, and just all of the above. I've been viral. It seemed like all year, I guess. Unpopular opinion, but that's pretty much it for me.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm one country cookie. I got drugged into doing panels on accident, I think.
Right.
And I was viral for a second, a little bit, for they going back and forth with somebody. I don't want to even bring his name up, but ever since then, I talk because I can, and I have a voice, and I'm funny. I'm not a comedian, but I bring comic relief to lots and lots of panels. I don't have my, I have my own show. Huh?
Yeah, you are hilarious.
With me and my girl E, we're on hiatus right now though because, but other than that, I'm just being me, walking this earth on this journey and having as much fun as possible.
That's what's up. And Maya, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, everyone?
Introduce yourself. She is.
Yeah, so I'm a Los Angeles marriage and family therapist, and I'm also a relationship coach as well. So I'm just here to enjoy.
You're on mute. You're on mute. Somebody must have called her or something. You're on mute. We can't hear you. Hold on. Let me unmute her. Oh, she got to unmute herself. Okay, we'll get back. All right.
I'll go.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
I didn't. Yeah. So I'm the whole phase expert. I am a former hoe. I live the whole phase lifestyle, and now I try to get women to understand the whole phase men and how they think, how they behave, and the different things that they do now. so that women can either avoid them or be aware of who they are dealing with. I am an electrician by trade, a journeyman for 25 years now. And I got into content creating actually with Mr. Let Go on a live one time. And I've been doing it ever since for fun. I just like to do it for fun. So that's what it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
A retired spot. I love it. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, retired whores. All right, so let's get back to this video. I want to go a little farther because we kind of like got the gist of it.
And then fuck on the 9th date, and the 10th, 11th, 12th. Like, it's not going to change anything.
Individually, get to go on a date.
Oh, hold on.
Where we're like, we really like somebody. You spend time, a month or two or some weeks or whatever, and you still just trying to hold out because you don't want someone to think of you in a certain way. First of all, if they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. And that's going to be what it is regardless, whether you have some sex early on or not. If they really, and Rico just said that, if they really like you, like, y'all can fuck on the first date and then fuck on the 9th date and the 10th, 11th, 12th. Like, it's not going to change anything.
Individually.
So what about the rest of y'all? Would y'all or have y'all slept with somebody on the first date and it worked? Or how does that look to women?
I don't think men should be having sex on the first date, period. There's no way around that.
You said what? You shouldn't?
Have never done it.
I don't think a woman should be giving her body to a man on the first date, period. There's no exception for that. Unless you are a woman who accepts that position as what you stand for, then go for it. But if we're talking about a woman,
disappeared.
Oh, she got a phone number. She got a somebody called.
Nothing but the government.
So I want y'all to think about this.
Yes.
Like in my last relationship, we knew each other for like 3 years, right? And I don't think we had sex when we first seen each other, but either we did or we didn't. I'm trying to remember, but all together we knew each other on social media for 3 years, right? So meeting somebody let's put this in context. Meeting somebody, the first you see them somewhere and then you have sex with them versus you met them already on social media, on this panel, something like this, right? Or whatever. And then you fly them out or you go out of their city or y'all get to know each other and y'all on the phone with each other, whatever, and y'all see each other for the first time and y'all see each other. Is there a difference? Because I think it's a difference. Because like I said, me and my ex, we knew each other for 3 years. If we had sex on the first date, it wouldn't matter.
I personally feel that it depends on every situation. I personally build a relationship first. I'm celibate right now, but prior to that, I would be friends with the guy first for a while before I slept with him. However, I know females who went on Tinder, intended to have a friends with benefits relationship, slept with the guy the first night, and now they're engaged and getting married. So it's not cut and dry. It's not black and white. It depends on the person and the situation. That's how I feel.
Right. That's what I think. It depends on the person and situation. Chevy, you got cut off. What was you saying?
Yeah.
Because I put it in context. Is about not seeing somebody at Walmart and then going home with them and sleeping with them is the first date, but you may have already knew the person. You follow the person on social media, and it's your first time actually meeting up with them.
For some reason you're sounding like a robot on my end. Can you guys hear him, or is that my phone?
I can hear him.
Y'all with y'all little iPhones. Y'all need to get an Android or something.
I'm on my laptop, so
you fine on my end.
Everybody fine.
Just hold on 1 second, Chevy. Maybe it's your phone. So anybody else, what are y'all thoughts? Amani?
I think it truly doesn't matter. If you're going to have sex before marriage, it truly doesn't matter. I'm all for no sex before marriage. So to me, this is completely irrelevant because for me, it's not a waiting game. I'm either married to you and we're going to have sex, or I'm single and there's no sex life for me. And that's the way I think that we all should be really operating, because then all of this, oh, should I sleep with him on the first night or should I wait 6 months, the whole 3 month in that movie, that Steve Harvey movie, like it's just exhausting to have to guesstimate what's going on in someone else's head. Who has the energy? Just do things the right way or just don't do it at all, to me. But if you are going to have sex before marriage, it truly doesn't matter. I've had sex before. I'm not married and I've had sex before, and I had sex on the first night before with a guy who would literally not leave me alone for years. And I've waited for months with a guy, and it was a good relationship, and it didn't go anywhere. So it doesn't really matter. It's all about strictly for real, just not having sex before marriage. That's the only way to go.
Yeah.
I agree, but the only thing that I'll say just about what you're saying, I do agree with what you're saying, and we should wait. That's how we were designed to be, to only sleep with really the person that you are with, your husband, your wife, whatever the case. That way we don't develop these preferences that we love so much in other people, right? But as a man out here, and I think that most men are going to think like this and be like this, waiting for a woman that's not a virgin is going to be a problem for most men out here, especially if she's got something that she bringing, maybe a kid or two. I just, it's just going to be a problem. Is she a virgin? Cool. But if she not a virgin and she done did this with 5, 6, 7 other dudes, and now she want to be, and this is not at you. I'm just generally speaking, sweetheart. And now I don't turn into Mother Teresa now that I get here. You know what I'm saying? I would look.
Well,
Don't be the good girl when I get here. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying, and that's how men gonna think.
I agree with you 100%. Like for somebody now, like I'm celibate and I'm waiting till I get married, right? But I also understand your side of it too. That you have to be in alignment with somebody. Since I've been celibate, waiting till I get married, I've had several marriage proposals, but again, these are all been with guys that I'm friends with, but I don't look at them in a romantic way. Right. But the point is that there are some men that will respect it. And if that man respects it and they want to be with you, that means they're in alignment with you. If they're not, they don't want to wait, they're not about that life, then they're just not in alignment with you. It's nothing wrong with them. You just have to find someone that you're on the same page with. That's it.
Yeah. And then that all becomes completely irrelevant, because if I was to ever go on a date with a guy who's like, well, you're not a virgin, to me, he's just like automatically disqualified, because like neither are you. So it's just kind of like,
right.
There's really like no need to even be like, well, you're not either. So shut up. Not saying shut up to you, but I'm just saying shut up to the situation. Like it's really kind of like, if we're both in the same situation, then where's the double standard coming from? It's like you're in a glass house throwing rocks from the inside. It doesn't really make
one wants to have
sex.
No,
he's not. Yeah, he's not the one.
And you don't. So
yeah, but I would never date a guy that would even want to have sex before marriage. That's what I'm saying. Like, just like
all guys want to have sex before marriage.
It's all about. No, that's actually not true. There's actually not true. There are several guys that will and that do want to wait before marriage.
You said want to.
They want to
is different.
No.
Yeah.
You said want to.
Yes.
Want to.
That's a different.
Something I want to insert as the question is, do these tend to be men that you actually mutually desire as well?
Nope.
Hey, that's the point. That is the point.
Nope.
No, because like there are a lot of men that are willing to wait and are celibate, waiting till marriage, etc. But important question is, are these actually men that you desire?
Yes.
Okay.
I would never.
I haven't been there yet.
So hold on, y'all. Hold on. So Amani in particular, she has made some changes to her life. So it's a belief system change and not a dude this or a woman this. She has a different belief system, and she says, I'm going to operate in a different way. So that's a little different. So it's not about whether the dude is good looking or the dude is ugly. It's, I'm not doing this anymore. Therefore, I'm just going to move in a different direction. And I respect that.
and it's all about being around people who are doing the same thing as you, then these things wouldn't even matter because this wouldn't even be a question to bring up, you know. It's all about being around the same type of people as you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
but
being people in alignment with you. That's being people in your circle or in a lot. And I just want to highlight, it's not for me, this is my opinion. It's not about someone being right or wrong. It's not like I can say, because I'm a relationship therapist and I, even outside of my career area, I don't tell anyone it's wrong for you to have sex before marriage. That's not my duty to say what's right and wrong. I can say what's right and wrong for my life, but not for other people. So I just stay in a circle of people who are in alignment with me, and then it's not an issue.
okay. Anybody else? We'll go back to the video, but I just want to make sure y'all good. Anybody else? All right, let's go to the video. So right here, this particular video is interesting because this is the balloon pop show. Y'all familiar with the balloon pop show? Pop the balloon. So they met up, right? And apparently, I'm gonna let it play, but apparently he is a little upset for a particular reason. So I'm gonna play it and we're gonna talk about whether he should or should not be upset.
Since you ended up matching, like, have you guys gone out?
Yeah, we went on a few trips, a few things.
Oh,
everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. So he took them. So they went on multiple trips. Keep that in mind. Multiple trips. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Trips.
I mean, I spent like a band on a trip, and I like affection.
Okay.
You know, I want to be loved on.
We're
I'm
just
a big teddy bear.
We're just gonna get right to that part.
So now,
no, I'm just saying. You know?
I thought everything was fine. Next minute, the next day, no call, no response. I called 3 times, no call back.
Braylon, what happened during the 36 hours?
What happened during the 36 hours? I really want to know.
Well, you know, one thing that I've as I've gotten older, I realized that, you know, sometimes that you do have to apologize when you're wrong. And I was wrong for ghosting you for 36 hours. I was in my feelings. I was upset.
So, of course, I had to clip it up because I didn't want to play the whole thing. He took her out on trips. She didn't give him none. And when they came back, he stopped talking to her for 36 hours. And that's kind of like where they at because she didn't give him none.
And sometimes I need to break away from life when I'm upset because I don't want to come at you in a disrespectful manner.
How do we talk for 2 weeks straight and you call me every single day, all the time, and all of a sudden it just got dry?
I was salty, and I told you, Earth, you want to keep pushing this button on this camera.
So right here, he's like, I told you. He don't want to really talk about what's actually happening because it's embarrassing. So he don't want to just put on blast and say, because you didn't give me no ass, that's the reason why I'm mad. So he's trying to tell her to shut up, you know, discreetly because he's kind of embarrassed to talk about why he's mad.
Some reflection. I just think that we just are not compatible in that type of way.
Okay.
Like the things he needs and things I need. Like what I was giving was great, but what he needed was not what I was giving. You know what I mean?
Can you ask her what I needed?
Does she know what you needed?
Not
Go ahead, ask her.
Braylon
Because
has a question for you.
What's up, Dana? What's going on, Dana?
Because she talking a lot right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
So for you guys weren't compatible.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
He would just like a little more affection than I am trying to give.
Wait, the cross
And like we said before, I like to stand on business.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not compatible.
Okay.
And somebody will be out there that wants to do all that for you. Just like not this early, not this, like that's just not the way I roll.
What you here to
And
give?
I told him that from the beginning, but you know, they just until you live it and experience it, I feel like there's just we don't actually get what, you know, the other one actually means.
All right, so right there, I don't know if y'all missed it. She said, I told you this up front.
Okay.
Y'all heard that right?
I was about to get on
different.
But now that I know she told him, she's clear.
And she literally said, but they don't believe you until you end up being in the situation. So hold on, let me back it up a little bit because I don't want y'all getting mad at her like she led him on.
I would say so.
Okay.
He would just like a little more affection than I am trying to give. And like we said before, I like to stand on business.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not compatible.
Okay.
And somebody will be out there that wants to do all that for you. Just like not this early, not this, like that's just not the way I roll.
What you here to
And
give?
I told him that from the beginning, but they just, until you
See, I told him that from the beginning.
live it and experience it, I feel like there's just, we don't actually get what, the other one actually means until you actually get put in that situation.
And I understand.
Big girl bills, okay?
Yes. I seen the spot.
Massachusetts is a lot more expensive than Ohio.
Now you down in me now.
Who's paying these bills besides me?
In the
Take
morning.
over the bills and then we can have some fun. That's how that works.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
That
What did she say?
escalated right there.
So go ahead and
That
take over those
escalated.
bills and she'll be fine.
I mean, you give me.
I was feeling good.
You got us
for her.
speechless.
You give me
That's the
what
first time you've been speechless the whole time.
Hey, look, you give me what I want. The
Took a
bill
turn.
ain't got no problem. You know what I want.
This is crazy.
Absolutely nuts.
This
Oh,
is
That's
took a
crazy.
totally
turn.
different. She basically wanted
Yeah.
to be a high price.
Bought. She wanted to be bought. First off, he was bogus, and it's his fault because he tried to pay. This is what a lot of men do. A lot of whole phase men will do this. They will try to love bomb a woman, whatever the case, with trips and different things, just to try to have sex with her. But she told him from the beginning, I'm not with this. Now, I was on her side. I was with her, and I was against him until she said, now, if you pay some of these bills, then maybe I'll be with it. This is just a secret. This is just a private prostitute. That's all that is. It's a private prostitute where if he paid bills, then she would have been more with it. So he was wrong initially, and she was also wrong for her mindset. And they both got, well, he kind of got finessed a little more because he paid for the trip and all that stuff. He's a sucker. He's a sucker for trying to get sex. So
How you get finessed? She told him, I'm not doing nothing.
well, he finessed himself because he thought that paying for the trip, he thought the trip paying for the trip was going to get him the draws. Well, no, he probably didn't know that it was paying a bill. He could have saved. He said he spent the band $1,000. You could have just paid the light bill with $78 and kept your $9,000 and something and sucked some titties. This dude is all backwards. He all backwards. He lost.
Exactly.
This is what you get for playing games out here.
But I do think she realized she put herself in a certain situation where she was going to have to stand on business. That situation could have been avoided. Like, of course, everybody has their boundaries, but you should be intentional about not placing yourself in situations where you know you're going to have to heavily stand on those boundaries.
Exactly.
You know, so if you're going overseas or you're taking a trip with somebody that you're not willing to get that intimate with, and you know there might be a lot of pressure to get intimate in that form, it's something you should probably avoid.
Facts. I do not go over a guy's house and he can't come over my house because I'm celibate. So why are you over my house and we're doing Netflix and chill when I know it's going to lead to? So I just don't I don't put myself in that situation, like you said.
Yeah,
Maybe this is where I grew up. I mean, it was a trip. You put yourself in certain situations, sis. She could at least gave him some head or something. Maybe then she would have got a bill paid.
Hey, you preaching now.
Give and take. You feel
You
me?
preaching. Hey, could have gave the man a hand. You know what I'm saying?
Anything. A foot.
Gave the man a helping hand.
Oh no, bro.
A crease in the thigh.
I feel like we all grown for real, and to be honest, it's like if she knew that they were going to be going on a trip, that conversation should have been had, because as a grown woman and as a grown man, 9 chances out of 10, if a man is taking a woman on a trip, he's going to want. But see, the thing is women play a lot of games because they can't afford this stuff on their own, so they don't want to turn down the experience, but they want to play emotional games with men, and that's what I don't like about women. If you can't afford the trip, then you just gotta stand on business all the way around. But you can't be trying to be down for the trip for the Instagram pics, but you really don't want to give them none. Just don't go. And
Just
women be wanting those experiences, and they put themselves in situations where when men lose their mind and feel like you playing with their emotions and stuff go left or whatever the case might be, then they're, oh, she didn't deserve that. We got to stop playing emotional games with men to begin with, spending these people money when you know you're not. I don't even take money from men that I don't like. I don't take dates from men I don't like. I don't communicate with men that I don't like.
Yeah,
To
like
avoid
she's.
putting myself in
Everybody
situations.
knows,
Hold on.
y'all.
I agree.
Hold on. Go ahead, Amani.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's so much about. I agree. You know, a lot of women want their cake and they want to eat it too, and it's just you can't have both. But I don't think it's the money issue. A lot of women do this just for bragging rights. Oh, I went on a trip and I didn't give him none. Y'all got to do this to go on. That's what a lot of women do it for. They do it for the social media story times. Or I went on a trip with this guy. That's what they do it for. So it's not even the money. Black women
It's for
are
the experience. That's what I said. Women do it for the experience.
That's evil.
Yeah, like they're doing it for the clout. But I agree. Like you don't put yourself in a situation where you even have to stand on business. Like I want to live easy breezy. Like I don't want to live with no convictions about, oh, I'm gonna go, but I'm not gonna do this. If I can't go and live life, then I'm not going. And she
That's
shouldn't
what
have
I was
went on
about
the
to
trip.
say.
Yeah, she shouldn't have went on the trips, period. Because if you don't want to have sex, why are you in a hotel with the man? You single, he's single. You know what he like. Even if it was agreed upon, let's keep it real. Like we're adults. Like you know what he wants. So she shouldn't have went on the trip. And he shouldn't have been so butthurt about it because he got the information that he wanted up front, but he was trying to trick for something easy, and he's disappointed now. Both of them should have just stayed away from each other, honestly.
But on a serious note, let me throw this in here real quick. This is for the ladies, right? She knows exactly what that man wanted, right? But we have seen these here situations go left. When a man pay for trips for a woman that he barely knows and she barely know him, it is a safety issue for you as a woman to be going out of town with this man, right? And then you out of town, you as an adult woman know that he wants sex from you. He paying for the trip, he comping all that, and y'all gonna be in this hotel with bikinis on, and he gonna have on Speedos, whatever the case. You know he wants sex, and you know how men get. Some men get when they get denied sex, and you don't know him. So now you in a foreign place with this man that you are denying sex that just spent couple $1,000s on you out to a trip. This can get real bad for you as a woman. So as a woman and women, I would advise all of y'all not to even think of going on a trip with a man that you don't know and that you ain't messed with already or don't plan on messing with. That's just the safety concern that I want to give out to women because it's a dangerous game to play.
Yeah, and the key word is accountability.
And I want to play this again because I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle on this. I'm mad at him, but I'm mad at her. And I don't think hold on. Let me Travis, I'm gonna mute you. Just unmute yourself when you want to talk. There's a lot of background noise. So whenever you want to say something, but introduce yourself real quick, Travis.
Yeah, what's up, man? It's Travis, CEO of Interlight Media. Yeah. I've been knowing Mr. Lego for a minute, man. We used to rock for a minute on Clubhouse days. So,
yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna play this again, and then I want to hear what Travis has to say, and I have something to say also because I'm a little in the middle of this. I don't think, in my opinion, because I watched the whole video, the woman isn't saying you need to pay my bills if you want some ass. She's saying you need to pay my bills if you want more time with me because I can't keep going on all these trips with you. I got a life and you getting mad at me anyway when I go on a trip with you and don't give you no ass. So remember, I had to, edit it, right? He's trying to get more opportunities. All right, for example, say I take you on a trip and you don't give me no ass, right? And we live in another state. I take you on another trip and you don't give me no ass. In my mind, because I'm a simp, I'm gonna think if I take you on a third trip, you got to give me some ass because you like me, right? So the third time, she's like, "Yo, I got shit to do. I'm busy," And that's kind of like what he was saying. What she was saying when she was like, "You gonna pay my bills?" And he literally said, yeah, if you act right, I will pay your bills. So she wasn't acting like a prostitute. She was just saying, like, yo, if you want me to spend all this damn time with you, and I may give you some ass at some point, what are you gonna do about these bills? So let's watch it again real quick. And I want to get Travis opinion.
12, like, it's not going to change anything.
Individually, get to go on a date since you ended up matching. Like, have you guys gone out?
Yeah, we went. Yeah.
And look at his face. He's just like, this bitch.
Yeah, we went on a few trips, a few things.
Oh, trips.
I mean, I spent like a band on a trip, and I like affection.
Okay.
I want to be loved on.
We're
I'm a
just
big teddy bear.
We're just gonna get right to that part.
So now,
No, I'm just.
See, it's kind of like an undertone with both of them where they're both perturbed with each other.
I'm just saying.
I thought everything was fine. Next thing you know, the next day, no call, no response. I called 3 times, no call back.
Braylon, what happened during the 36 hours?
What happened during 36 hours? I really want to know.
Well, one thing that I've as I got older, I realized that sometimes that you do have to apologize when you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, was he wrong for ghosting her? I guess after they came back and she didn't give him none, and he just stopped calling her.
No, he wasn't wrong. He already stated that the reasoning for doing that was to control his emotions to prevent him from being disrespectful. And he has a right to feel how he feels, whether it's right or wrong. But I respect a man not saying nothing at all than to disrespect me. So no, he wasn't wrong.
Well, but why is he trying to disrespect you? Hold on. If you don't give me no ass, I have the right to disrespect you?
No, it's really a mind game thing. It's just kind of like, I feel like he wasn't wrong for not answering simply because you already spent this man money. You know that you had no intentions on rocking with him like that. So why spend that man money? And why even go on a trip like that? They both wrong, because he wrong for even leading with his money. And men gonna learn that the hard way. Leading with their money. That does not make a woman like you more. It's actually a turnoff because you pushing on too strong. But I only speak on women's behalf. He was whack for that. But she whack because you sitting there playing with the man, you spending that man money. You can't feel no way. You can't just go spend somebody money knowing that you had no intentions on giving him the type of attention that as a grown man he wanted. And and that's a mind game. Like you said, well, I wonder why he didn't answer. You know why he didn't. I called 3 times. You knew the first time he didn't answer why he didn't answer. Women play too many games that it just be whack on both ends. She's playing mind games. You know why he didn't answer. So why is you acting like what happened? You know why.
That's on him though.
No,
he was wrong.
They both
from
in the wrong
beginning.
though.
Hold on. Let's get Travis in here. Travis, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real, man. He a sucker. I'm gonna say it like that, man. I think at the end of the day, men communicate what you want. Now, don't get me wrong. I think what the whole expert said earlier, if you're a woman, don't go on these trips because it's dangerous. It could be dangerous. Because what if he couldn't compose himself? You know what I'm saying? So women, to protect yourself, do not go on these trips. However, as a man, right, if you do not have the leadership ability to sit here and tell the woman, hey, listen, here's what I expect, and then she agreed to that ahead of time, that's on you. There was no communicated obligation. Again, I'm under the presupposition that I don't think she should have went in the first place. However, she never agreed she was going to give you the box. You never communicated that. So for you to jump off the bridge, you was basically looking for a prostitute. If you looking for a prostitute, bro, there's plenty of places to go. If y'all was in Miami, you know exactly where to go. I don't know where he was at. You know exactly where to go get that. Y'all got to stop treating women, because the truth is, men, if we want better from our women, we got to be better men. So if you want the woman to not treat you, I think that was Chevy that said, stop leading with your money. I agree. Stop leading with your money, and then women won't treat you just for your money. And then you're going to be mad when you actually like a woman and she only wants you for your money. But you did it. So at the end of the day, my dude, You shouldn't have did that, spit in a band, if you knew you couldn't control your emotions if she didn't give you the box. The only time you should have been cool with spitting your band if you can lose that, right, without feeling some type of way. That's my thoughts on that.
And hold on, Chevy.
say,
Hello,
oh,
Chevy. Can you turn your camera on?
Yeah, I couldn't hear y'all at first. I was just trying to get back to my other destination without car movement and stuff. I'm gonna turn it on in 2 seconds.
Got you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I left. I couldn't hear y'all at all.
Okay, I was just checking. Go ahead, Justin.
All right, so in my lens, they both in the wrong. One for him, it's if you need to be guaranteed that you're gonna get some for this trip and you haven't gotten that guarantee, then you shouldn't be moving that way. But on the flip side, I think it's also an unreasonable expectation to ask this woman, okay, like to have a woman agree in advance if she's gonna give you some. It's a dangerous game because now
wait,
whoa,
wait.
That is a
that's dangerous.
transaction.
Hold on. So let me ask the fellas. Do y'all know how to get an understanding whether you're gonna get the ass or not before you fly this girl out, or before she fly out to you, or before y'all go on the trip? Yes or no? Guys,
Generally speaking, but the way you go about it's not just like yes, no. It's more like you talking freaky, she talking freaky. Y'all on the same wavelength. You expecting that. But if you got to get to a point, if you got to get to a place of, all right, if we go on this trip, you're gonna be down for X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's weird.
No.
Because that puts a woman in a dangerous spot. She might get out there and change her mind. Now all of a sudden it's like you committed. So I think on both sides, one, he shouldn't have took the girl on the trips if he wasn't okay with not getting none. But she shouldn't have went on the trip if she wasn't okay with giving some. And then the thing is, she mentioned trips. Like there was plural. They said we went on a couple trips.
Yeah.
So if y'all had y'all first travel experience and this man he was pressed about something that you couldn't give him, then all right, why would you go on a second one?
The second trip.
So
yes,
they both in the wrong.
Justin. I'm sorry, Justin.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna say I just wanted to comment with the fact that, about leading with your money, right? I firmly believe there's no right and wrong way to do things. At the end of the day, it depends on the person you're dealing with. You have to be in alignment. There are men out there that love leading with their money and women who love receiving that money, especially in the state. I'm here in Cali and LA. Men lead with their money all the time. But the thing is that you have to be in alignment. You have to be on the same page about it. There are women who love that shit out here, right? But you have to know what it is. You guys have to be on the same wavelength. That's it. At the end of the day, that's all it is.
So hold on.
I'm saying it's absolutely wrong.
Hold on 1 second. I need everybody watching to hit the like button. The lights are down. I need everybody watching to hit the like button. I need everybody watching to hit the like button. Everybody who is watching right now, hit the like button. Go ahead, SD, and then Cookie.
So I say he's more wrong because of the motive behind it. His motive behind it was to try to get this woman to have sex with him. That's why he was taking her on trips. Not because he wanted to go and have the experience with Shorty. He wanted to go and experience her vaginal canal. That's what he wanted to go and experience.
But does that make him more wrong?
Do it. Yes, it makes him more wrong because he's deceitful from the beginning. He's deceitful from the beginning.
Vaginal canal before, like calm down.
Yeah, but but he ain't had hers, and he's being deceitful to try to get it. Now, even if they talk about it, even if they talking freaky, whatever the case, there is no guarantees that you are going to get sex from this woman. You can come out here and her titties lopsided or something, and now you don't want to hit, or she don't want to mess with you because you only got one ball. You ain't telling you had only one ball. It just don't work out that way.
I just want to say,
you cannot put no stake in that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get some sex because I'm flying her out or I'm flying her somewhere. It don't work like that. So in order to avoid that, You do not put yourself in a position where you're out here trying to essentially buy sex from a woman with your money. Because if you're going to play that game with your money, you cannot be mad when somebody turns around and takes what you are willingly giving away. It's like a woman advertising or trying to give away her body, right? In order to get a man for a relationship. If you don't then get that relationship from that man and you gave up what you were trying to give, then that's on you. It's not on him. You can't say he's wrong. You're wrong for putting yourself out there like that. And he's wrong for putting himself out there like that with his money.
And that's why I said you have to be in agreement. If you're already friends, it's already, and then you take a trip, it's not a problem.
Hold on, let's go to Cookie and then
I gotta go.
Cookie.
I feel like,
get out.
y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, bro.
I feel like there should be more shaming here because let's be for real. We're all adults. And I agree with everything everybody's saying. But maybe that's his lifestyle. That man might go on trips by himself all the time, and that trips is just something that he does. And he just decided to bring her along.
What they got to do with her box?
It don't have nothing to do with her box, except you can't keep it. It's like as a female, and Chevy kind of touched on it. You can't keep.
He wants her to touch on it. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
See, you can't keep putting yourself in situations where lovers go. Like, what you thought he wanted to go play patty cake, sis?
That's what I said. If you're already
saying, like, why are you go on trips to bust it open? Like,
and that's why
and what did she think? So I think if that was something that if we had more context about and he already did, and that's just part of his lifestyle, I don't think he a buster for bringing the bitch along. I'm sorry.
It's more.
Hold on.
He was gonna go anyway.
Hold on, Justin, and then Armani. Go ahead, Justin.
All right, I want to ask a quick question about how much is a Snickers bar? Like, if you go to the grocery store, about how much is a Snickers?
Right now, $1.79.
All right. How much is if you go into like the fruit section? How much are the apples?
I don't know. I don't buy apples.
Too high.
Roughly.
High.
What's your
$2
point?
a pound?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. For the most part,
costs $2 a pound.
Well, for the most part, we all know the cost of a free trip. You know the cost of a free trip with some guy that you're supposed to be dating. Now, whether or not you pay that cost, that's one thing. But you know the cost of a free trip. You go overseas.
Yeah.
You know how much this costs.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the trip itself, but it's some splish splash that usually come along with that.
Yo, hold on, bro. Nah, you can't.
No, I'm not saying that the woman is obligated. I'm not saying the woman is obligated. By no means am I saying that the woman is obligated or that she needs to if she has to. But as far as a man paying for a woman to take a trip, especially overseas, similar to the general cost of a Snickers bar, we also know there's usually a tab that comes with that as well. Now, we can play naive as adults, but we know that's there.
No, Justin. So this is very important.
Yeah,
you realize we're creating a culture of prostitutes by doing that, right?
No. Now we're not.
What do you mean?
I'm not
what do
saying.
you mean, no?
I'm not saying that it's for sale. I'm not saying that it's for sale. It's just like, for example,
You just said we know the cost of apples.
we know the. Check me out.
So we know the
Check me
cost
out.
So
Check
women
me
are
out.
apples and shit. Like we're buying.
I was leading up to my point, but okay. Let me get where I'm going. Right. So
Pussy in the bag.
50 Cent, he goes on a podcast, right? He mentions P. Diddy. He says, can you believe this nigga tried to take me shopping? I'm a grown ass man. You gonna try to take me shopping? No, what the fuck? Now,
And we know.
50 Cent is no prostitute.
Yeah.
By no means is 50 Cent a prostitute.
Right.
But one thing for sure is 50 Cent understands the cost of P. Diddy taking him shopping.
Right. I get it now. I get it. Amani?
No, I was just gonna say the same thing. I feel like if we're talking about who's more at fault or who's more in the wrong, in my opinion, the woman is more in the wrong. And y'all know I'm always on the woman's side, but like you can't put your come on now. It's just common sense. If you're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not having sex with you because I don't know you," then don't go on a trip because you don't know him either. Like that is just common
she
sense.
said, "I'm not having sex with you because I don't know you." And this nigga, look how he look. Look, this nigga like this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I just want to take you to another country. You know what I'm saying? You know, with the little glasses on and shit.
She could have said
He
no.
was taking her on the trip to sex though. I think that he was taking her on the trip because he's like, okay, we're gonna date, and this is what I like to do. So let's go on the trip. And he's thinking we're gonna do regular dating stuff. I don't think he took her on the trip spending money for the sex. I thought he.
But she said we're not having sex. So why is he not okay with the parameters?
But that's my whole point. If she said, "Oh, we're not having sex," and he was like, "Okay," he's thinking, "Okay, naturally it will come along," because he's just thinking this is what happens. So if like we know the type of guy we're dating, like you know the type of person that you're on a date with within the first date, and she knew what the vibe was with this guy probably before the first time, and that's why she felt the need to specify no sex because she knew what was hitting for. If it was not on the table, she wouldn't have felt the need to say no sex. She said no sex because she knew that he would want sex. So why even go on the trip? She was trying to have her take it eat it too. She wanted a nice little story for her friends. And when it did, and also her blowing him up, talking about I called you 3 times. What woman is blowing some man up that's not calling her back? Get out of here, girl. You wanted something for nothing, and you wanted him to keep giving you something, so you was blowing this man up, and then now you acting all confused. Girl, you know why. So that's why she's more in the wrong. And he was just oblivious. He was used to getting things for trips and for money, and she wasn't willing to give it, but was not, I don't think, 100% upfront with it.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to look how he looking, like he looking so upset.
He's tired of her.
Let's do a quick commercial break and we'll come right back. Everybody watching, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. It will help every woman watching, regardless of age. I just came up with a solution that will help every woman watching, regardless of age, regardless of background. Virtually all of us have somewhat the same issues with the opposite sex. But what if I told you the opposite sex isn't the reason why you're having all these problems? It may be the same sex. What am I talking about? And I'm talking to the ladies in particular. Your mother. See, in my 7 years of coaching women, the number one thing that I hear in my coaching sessions is her issue or tumultuous relationship with her mother. So what I've done is come out with a card game that will actually help mothers and daughters come back together. See, we can't expect women to just go out in the world and have these great, amazing relationships with men when she didn't have a great relationship with the person that birthed her. We have to get to the source of a woman's pain, her inadequacies, her insecurities, and heal that little girl inside of her before she goes out in the world as a woman. I call Like Mother, Like Daughter therapy in a box. It's 50 questions for the daughter to ask the mother, questions that you always wanted to ask. And it's also 50 questions for the mother to ask the daughter, because we can't get proper communication being one-sided. But when you're able to ask the questions that you always wanted to ask to your mother without her getting upset, without her pulling rank on you, and then she gets an opportunity to ask certain questions to you, the lines of communication are now open. When women are finally able to forgive their mother, forgive their father, forgive what happened to them, and most importantly, hear her mother's side of the story that she never divulged to you, relationships outside of the household would then blossom. Because for most women, there's a hurt little girl inside of her that never had an opportunity to be seen or heard. And I didn't just create this card game for you. I created this card game for all of us. Because when our women are at their best, we all are at our best. All of the resentment, the lack of being heard, but all that stops when you buy my new Like Mother, Like Daughter card game. Order it now. The link is under this video. Click the link and let's start healing. I just thought about it, y'all. we're gonna do this every Tuesday, not every Monday, for the obvious reasons. We already know why. I just thought about it. I'm an idiot. So let's get back to the video. Monday Night
That was a
Football.
great commercial. That was a great commercial, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about my own commercial, and I was like, Monday Night Football is on. What the fuck is wrong with me? So yeah, we're gonna do this every Tuesday night from now. So where is okay? Let's go back to the video.
I was wrong for ghosting you for 36 hours. I was in my feelings.
Cause you ain't give me no pussy.
I was upset, and sometimes I need to break away from life when I'm upset because I don't want to come at you in a disrespectful manner.
How do we talk for
Come
2
on,
weeks
Cap. He was
straight and
being
you call me
sorry.
every single
back
day,
then.
all the time, and all of a sudden it just got dry?
I was sorry, and I told you, you want to keep pushing this button on this camera.
Some reflection. I just think that we just are not compatible in that type of way.
Okay.
Like the
And real quick, I can tell by her body language where she is either like, I'm not feeling this dude, or I said what I said. You can always look at a woman's body language. When she's like this, that means I'm not listening, or I'm not ready to do whatever it is that you want me to do.
things he needs and things I need. Like what I was giving was great, but what he needed was not what I was giving. You know what I mean?
Can you ask her what I needed?
Oh. Does she know what you needed? Not
Go ahead, ask her.
Braylon
Cause
has a question for you.
she talking.
Why is he acting like this? Like, he don't deserve no pussy, y'all. Like, look how he acting. Like, well, tell her, oh, she won't give me no pussy. Tell her. Like, come on. Like, what the hell? Well, Sean, what are your thoughts? And then we'll go to the rest of y'all. And then I'll go to Chevy.
Man, I think they both have some responsibilities in the outcome, you know, because he did just want some pussy, and he got in his feelings when he didn't get it, when she made it clear that she wasn't going to give it to him. But she should have also made it clear that I'm not going to go to and put myself in a position or a place where you will expect it. And she didn't do that.
She said that.
Did she go to the place where he would expect it?
But she went on the trip.
Well, no, she went on.
That's what I said. That's what I said. No, don't go to the place where it can be expected.
Exactly. I just thought you said that she should have said that she wasn't going to do it. My fault.
No, I mean, saying it, doing it, the same difference. She went on a trip. She shouldn't have went on a trip. Period.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know. So whether she said it or whether she made it clear I wasn't going. No, make it clear by not going.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
So
that's
words.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of times us men, we hear words, but we read body language. And a lot of times women deny what they really want to do. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. I just had a conversation with about 3 women who said, I'm not going to. And then they wound up having sex. And then when the guy started acting out, they're like, well, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do this no more. And he's just looking at her like, yeah, that's what you said the first time. Why am I gonna sit there and listen to you? You're just giving me the runaround.
Chevy, does he have validity on what he just said, as far as the typical woman that he might be used to? They always say what they ain't gonna do, and he just takes her on this extravagant trip, and she usually busts it wide open, and he's wondering why she isn't busting it wide open like the typical woman that he would take out. Do you think he just assumed and just made an ass out of himself? And is she wrong for, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? Because I understand you said he's wrong. I mean, she's wrong, right? But do you think he actually like bit off more than he can chew, thinking that she was the typical ditzy woman or whatever, that she's gonna get excited about what he does for her and ignore everything she said?
I don't think that was the case at all. I think when it comes to women play a lot of mind games. I believe wholeheartedly they probably have regular conversation where she was leading him on to believe that it was a possibility that they probably was going to have sex. Rather, she said, oh, I said we ain't doing it. When you like I said earlier, I'm not giving a man that I'm not interested in my number, period. Because when you give a man your number, that leaves open opportunity. It leaves him to think maybe I got a chance. That's why she should have never went at all, period. She played that game. And what I don't like about her position is not only did you play that mind game, because I'm a woman. I'm not taking it no other way. I know exactly what she did. She played a mind game. And then for you to see that you played that mind game, whether he was wrong or not, you got the audacity to call his phone and keep acting like you don't know why he's not answering. That's a mind game. I don't like when women play game. Like it's a game, and it's like she's playing a game. Her calling 3 times in 36 hours, probably more than that, is a game. Is y'all not seeing where it's a game? If she genuinely felt as though that man, if I go on a trip with a man and I genuinely felt as though I was genuine on my end, like, dang, I thought I expressed to him that I wasn't on that. All right, that's cool. I see he must have took something I said the wrong way, something I did the wrong way. I'm gonna give him his space. I'm not gonna call it why he not answering after you just pissed him off. You know why so it's a mind game. I'm not taking it no other way. She knew what was going on.
Man got the blue balls. So
I don't even think I think it was something more on her end that led him to believe something different. I don't believe that man is mad about her not giving him something is not being expressed.
I think, and what you're just leaving off on that note is very important to mention that they didn't specify sex. This man, he did say loving and affection, but there's a lot of ways to give a person affection. So she could have been inaffectionate completely. So what's up?
We're not doing that. He literally.
That's possible.
Hold on.
Man said he need loving and affection.
Wait. Right here, look what he's doing. Right here, we ain't gonna play that. Listen,
was great. But what he needed was not what I was giving. You know what I mean?
Can you ask her what I needed?
Oh,
that part right there. Stop it.
But
He's acting like a child. He's up here acting like a child. He's trying to literally get somebody to say we didn't have sex and I'm mad, and he don't want to be the one to say it. Come on.
And you know how you just said women play games. Well, us men, we know when men play games too. Yeah, absolutely. He playing games.
Everybody plays games. It's not a gender thing.
No, everybody does it. Everybody. That's part of the. You're right, but that's part of why we have so much disconnect. Is because stop playing games.
Stop playing games.
I think maybe she told him like no sex for the first trip because there were several trips. But I think after she saw how thirsty he was acting for sex, like I think she was probably like, okay, no sex first trip. But then, okay, maybe, next time. But I think his personality turned her off. I think because I could see it already. He acting like, well, what did I need? And like, you a grown man. I think his personality really turned her off.
So you think it probably was a possibility that it could have went down and he did something that kind of blew out the candles, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see that.
And I think afterwards she was totally blue because I can see her. If y'all know the way
why did she call him then?
They have to say yes to each other. So I feel like they were initially attracted, but I think after that first trip, he blew her and she was like, I'm gonna still go on these trips if you inviting me, but I'm off the sex, like I'm off of you. And she was just taking advantage.
Mind game.
Like I said, if you look at her body language, look at her. She ain't really into this. Like women, y'all guys, y'all already know what this body language holding her midsection means. I'm not feeling it. Am I wrong?
But she kept
You're not wrong, but I would say this is.
But if he's thirsty for sex, that's the biggest turnoff. Like that's the biggest turnoff.
Well, the funny thing is, he is expecting it. To your point, Chevy. But why wouldn't he be? She's expressed attraction initially. She expressed all of this, and then she changed her mind. Do you think you just said he blew out?
Well, how do you know she changed her mind though?
She didn't change her mind though.
It's obvious.
No, it's not. Break it down. This is obvious. Break it down. Give us the blueprint. Give us the blueprint.
Look at her. She just finished saying a few minutes ago. She said, "Look, we're just not compatible." She changed her mind.
She did. She changed her mind.
She about the relationship. She never changed her mind about the sex. She said no sex to begin with. Changing her mind would have been sex. No
I'm
sex.
not talking.
Oh, I get it.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about. She changed her mind about the sex. I'm talking about she's now when sitting there having this interview, she's changed her mind about this interest that she had.
Yeah,
You
she's
said
taking
that
it
part,
in.
but you
Yeah.
changing it. It's all good though, man.
Because
Well,
why
maybe
would you go on any trip with someone you have no interest in at all?
I agree 1000% on that. But again, this is what actually I'm going to go in on this dude a little bit more. Actually, now that I think about it, because if you were trying to build a connection with the woman and you had fun with the woman, spending the bread, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a big deal. We didn't smash, but I had an amazing time. So none of the amount of time that you spend with her meant nothing because you didn't smash. Bro, you don't even value this woman. So at this point, if I'm keeping it real, I don't even care how much she played you, dog. Because you didn't even value her enough to even understand or appreciate the experience that you had with the woman because all you cared about was the box. So to keep it real with you, dog, I don't even care, dog. If she plays you, man, you deserve it, homie. I don't even care. That's your fault. You ain't swaggy enough.
We
Fine,
don't got
dog.
enough context
And
on
can
this.
I say this
They
too?
don't.
$1,000 for a trip. He got a deal. He got a bargain. Stop complaining about $1,000. $1,000. Like a woman will spend more than that on a bag, and you're talking like $1,000 for a trip. That's like where'd they go, Virginia? Like I'm very confused. Like how are you spending
Hey,
$1,000 on a trip for
hey,
two? Like I'm trying to
hey.
understand like where
I
y'all
mean,
If any of y'all don't need
Hold
$1,000,
on.
put it
Let
this
her
way.
finish. Hold on. Let her finish. Go ahead, Amani.
No, that's all I was saying. It's just like you talking about $1,000. Like $1,000, I spend that in a day, and you're talking like that's nothing to complain about. Is what I'm saying. Just a little side
They
note.
went
I'm
to
just trying to wonder.
Virginia. That's
I'm just trying to
hilarious.
figure out where they went.
Go ahead, Justin. That was
No,
hilarious.
I'm just saying, hey, if $1,000 ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, feel free to send it this way. That's all. I'll take $1,000.
I'm just
So I
saying for
want
a trip. Like, come on, like a trip.
I kind of agree with her on this, though. I kind of agree with her.
I
You said we
agree
went to
also
Virginia?
because
But
look, I want to look at it like this. What Travis said made so much sense
Myrtle Beach.
because I'm like, why do you care so much? You're sitting on this interview butt hurt because she didn't let you touch her butt. Like this is really bad because it's like this. It's about his intentions, right? So if I like a woman, they met on a show, right? And it's a possibility they don't live in the same state, right? So maybe instead of saying, come fly out to me or I fly out to you, let's fly here or let's go here, right? And that's why it was $1,000 because they just met somewhere and they got to know each other, right? And maybe the third trip was a lavish trip, but I think the first trip was to see her, see him, or whatever, and to get to know each other, right? So it's a get to know each other type of trip. So the first trip most likely wasn't we about to go out here, so you supposed to be you need to smash, right? No, let me come see you to get to know you, right? So I think that's kind of like what it was, but the problem is the fact that he's so butthurt that he didn't smash is really a turn off to her. And you can look at her and say, yo, I can't deal with this because this nigga done stop calling me, and in her mind, and I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. She may not be like, well, I know what he wanted. Why am I calling him? She's just like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you came out of my city, I came out of your city. We get to know each other. Why are you ghosting me? I don't supposed to have sex with you. I don't even know you. We met on a damn game show.
I think we're being tough on him, though. I think we're being real tough on him because
Y'all being too tough on him. I'm telling
because
you.
we're calling ghosting less than 48 hours. He said he needed like 30 something hours before he hit back. To
He
really
had to
ghost
go
somebody,
smash
like
someone.
he didn't even. It wasn't even.
What?
It wasn't even a
If I
full.
don't call you for 36 hours and we were talking
That's
every
only
day,
a day.
that's
It's
ghosting.
Well, I agree, and in fairness,
Yeah, that's
we
a
are
day
being
and a half.
we are being hard on him in fairness because he admitted
He's
it.
being
He said
petty, not
he
talking to
said
the damn one for 36 hours.
yeah,
But
but he said
both of them are wrong, though. They're both
but
wrong.
right. He said he was being petty. He said he was in his feelings. So that I got to give him credit for. He said he was like, "Yo, I apologize. I was in my feelings. And
I
so
think he
if
was
he
in
is
some
genuine,
guts.
you think he was what?
There's some guts.
I
Getting
mean,
some splish splash.
Cookie, you have a point. He probably spent those 30. He was like, man, fuck this bitch. I'm finna go smash. Yeah,
And sometimes that's what you need in life for everything to stay on track, you know? Sometimes that's really what you need. It's like, I want to do right by this person, but this is what it's going to take. Sometimes it be like that.
No, it don't. That's some
I
bullshit. But
respected
go
the
ahead.
fact that he didn't answer the phone, so that sometimes if you know your energy off, he's deserving of 36 hours. That's not his wife. That's not his girl. 36 hours is nothing. We grown. He's deserving of that. Back up, give him space.
Grown is saying, I need that space. That's grown. Just going ahead and doing it, that ain't nothing grown about that. You can say straight, but the whole thing is, but that's what grown is. You're right, but that's what grown is when you explain it. When you don't explain it, that's the immaturity of it.
Well, I guess everybody immature because ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person just be human.
Yo, what you just say? Yo, Mr. Lego,
What happened?
That shit ain't nobody doing that.
No, I'm saying because people not doing that. We gotta be within reality, like in the perimeter of reality.
Sometimes you pissed off.
People doing that, people with secure attachment styles are doing that. They know
Now, how long these people been dating for? 2 weeks?
I'm just
serious?
If it's a pattern of communication, if that's your natural pattern of communication, you communicate.
Chevy, I'm with you on this
Supposed to
one.
be like, hey, I'm gonna chill out for a little while. I'm about to go get some.
I am.
Because you didn't give me none.
People with healthy relationships are saying it.
They don't have a relationship.
Tell that girl he going to smash somebody.
A relationship isn't only romantic. A relationship is business. A relationship. Would you leave your job like that?
Hold on,
That's
let me
a
say something
relationship.
real quick.
They'll leave me like that.
Let me say something real quick because this is going to help all the fellas. So to the fellas, this video is for y'all. You ladies, y'all need to learn how to be more submissive. So this video right here is going to show y'all what y'all are supposed to actually do in a relationship. All right. I don't care if it's the first 2 weeks. Watch this.
Lord.
You use the S word.
He doesn't even take a poop on his own. He poops into my hand. And I wipe his ass for him. Because a true submissive woman doesn't have a man who wipes his own ass. Okay, I don't know. Why would I do that? I don't think I want to be that. I breathe for my man. And Caleb doesn't even pee on his own. He has a catheter that goes to my bladder and I pee for him.
I asked him about
He doesn't even take a poop on his own. He poops into my hand.
I would love to poop in a woman's hands. Like that would like be so sexy. But that's a different story. But go ahead. I just wanted to say that.
Bro, what we doing,
I just
man?
wanted to
What
get
we
you
doing,
ladies
Aaron?
to line.
Take your ass to Abu Dhabi.
Freaky
Odell Beckham.
Freaky fetishes.
Yo,
I don't even know how we got there.
5 porta potty trips. What's going on, man? Yo.
I'm just trying to get these women in line, Travis. That's all I'm trying to do and show them what they need to be doing.
I'll say this. You know, submissiveness. As a man who's been married for 10 years, I think that is the number one quality in a woman.
Exactly.
Yes. I'm ready to stand that water skiing. Hey.
Go ahead. Preach, Travis.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I thought it was for the battle, but okay. I'm gonna say this, and I'll be real. Listen, like if we think about a man's number one ability, right? Let's just be truthful, right? In terms of how he's valued in the world, it's his leadership ability. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? Men, and here's the crazy thing about it, right? Here's what's interesting about it. It don't even matter how much integrity a man has if he's a leader. And I am not saying that in terms of being a quality man. I'm saying this in all actuality, right? We know there's terrible leaders. Let's say someone like Andrew Tate. We know this man has no integrity. He's a terrible person. But because people view him as a leader, they follow this man. He gets all the women he wants. The men follow him, and we know he's trash. We know this. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I say a leadership, I mean, quality or whatever, I'm just talking about in reality. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to women, how we view submissiveness is a woman's way of saying, I trust this man. That is her way
Yeah.
of saying, I trust this man with my life, right? And there is nothing greater a woman can do than do that, for a man. But my never give your trust to a man that doesn't deserve it. That would be my submission to women. If a man doesn't deserve it, never give it to him. But yeah, submissiveness
Well,
I think, is the number one.
What if that was the majority of men out there?
Unfortunately, it is. It's the majority of men out there that don't know how to be a real man. And
So what are women to do?
That's a great question.
That's the thing. The majority of the men out here are not that. What you just said. So what are women supposed to do?
I identify those type of men, and one of the ways to identify it, and what I always tell women: be submissive, not to a man, but to your husband. And if he has already put you in that place, in that position, then therefore that is a sign of the type of man he is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think it's important. This is also a major distinction to make too. There's a difference between submission and submissive. You know what I'm saying? Submissive is kind of like a way you operate, and submission is who you give that quality to, right? So I agree with him on respect to only giving your submission to
your husband.
Uh-oh. He got a phone call.
God, to cut that out. Ladies, get you a rose. These men out here garbage.
You won't ever be able to go back to a man after that rose.
Hold on.
All my sex toys.
It was a joke. I don't.
Hold on, y'all. Let me play this video and let me know what y'all think about it. Reasons why loser men whine about going 50-50 with women. One, they say it's the economy and the average person can't live alone. You don't have your own place. You have your own place and you're paying your own bills. So how is it so hard not going 50-50 when you're not 50-50 now because you don't have a woman? Two, they talk about we are dead last in income and the economy is through the roof. Economy is bad for everybody. So the other races that are making more money than you, they ain't complaining. So how about you become a little bit more competitive with other races instead of being competitive with women? Because you are a man and you're supposed to be focusing on what you need to be doing and not what women are doing. So go out there and be more competitive with other races. Because here's the thing, if you focus on your shit instead of women's shit, you may actually become an outlier and make more money than the average black person does. Because the key is two incomes that are needed to run these households. Go get two incomes instead of depending on a woman's income. Three, this 50-50 thing is simply a talking point for bums to get women to lower their standards and be with the bums. I always tell women, don't be a pookie picker and don't be a loser chooser. 4, somebody said in my comments, well, men now have the right to voice their issues with women. No, you don't have issues with women because you don't have a woman. You have issues with yourself and you're projecting your blatant inadequacies onto women. See, men who have not accomplished anything for themselves do not have the right to voice their opinion about women because you ain't did shit for yourself. What do y'all think?
I 100% agree with all that.
Hold on.
There it is.
What are y'all thoughts?
I want to do the hearts too.
Perfect.
I don't know what Cookie over there doing. She said something about
an iPhone.
she said something about sex and fireworks. shoulder behind her. I'm like, what the hell? Okay. But what are y'all thoughts on that?
Say it again for the man in the back is what I think about that.
Exactly.
I agree with 50%, and I disagree with 50%. I think the 50% I agree with. I think as men, it is definitely important for us to be competitive. We should not be competing against women. I totally agree with that. That's crazy. So you're 100% on point with that. But the other part, though, we also have to recognize that regardless of race, because you mentioned race in here, regardless of race, 90% of men ain't really doing that well. Yeah, I don't care what race you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now we have to ask ourselves, yeah, I mean, no matter what demographic we're talking about, like the majority of men aren't doing well.
Did you
So
say
we have to.
90%? Do we have an
That was a hyperbole. That was the hyperbole.
I was about to say.
I would say 80%.
It's up there though. It's a relatively high number.
Yeah, it is. Let me say this to be more accurate. I guess she's an MFT, a marriage and family therapist, so she probably want to be a little bit more specific. We're talking about above 50% of men in every demographic. You know what I'm saying? They are average. They're average. You know what I'm saying? They make average money. They're average guys. They're not these above average men. That's just the reality. And so when I say that is, so we have to ask ourselves, how do we position even those men, the majority of men, right, from a cultural standpoint, to be ready for marriage? How do we do that, right? And so that is where I would critique your perspective, Mr. Letko, because we still have to have those men and those women, right, into happy, healthy relationships, which is what I'm sure this lovely therapist does on a regular basis.
Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you, Travis.
Wow.
It ain't gonna be with me.
You made, Mr. Lucko, you made some valid points there, but
and Travis, your screen is off. I don't know if you know that your screen is off, but go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, you made some valid points, but I too
Just
have
come
to
out and come back in.
Yeah, go. You made some valid points, but I too got to push back on a little bit of it because it seems like you're advocating independence as opposed to interdependence, and I think the independent mindset is really a very challenging thing to the structure of our relationships right now, and we need to
Can you
start
explain how is an
focusing.
independent mindset?
Yeah, explain. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because you're saying that let's just say that there's a time where they need one another, whether
Who
it be
needs one
financial.
another?
The couple, the man and the woman.
There is
Okay.
no
Man and
couple. He don't know her and she don't know him.
So
They
you
need
talking
one
about
another. What?
You talking about
Are you
marriage?
talking? Yeah, I'm talking about having a substantial relationship now, whoever they are, whether you start out that way or whether you end that way. Because I also am adopting this idea
What?
of
No. The man doesn't know the woman, just like in the first video where the dude took her out of town. They don't know each other. Like, you don't depend on a person that you don't know. And I think that's the problem. A lot of loser men, they approach women with this need to cohabitate with them. We like each other. Okay, let's move in together because I need you to help me pay rent.
what you're describing is somebody who's needing to help pay rent. I hear you, but what you're also describing is the
And
lack of
most of
trust.
these men need help paying rent.
Okay, but what you also describing is the lack of trust that we have with each other, and part of that
I
lack of
don't
trust.
know you.
And so you don't trust me. That's the point
I
that I'm
don't
making.
really trust you. I don't know you.
Okay, well, that again, this is why we are where we are. It's because
Okay,
a lot
Sean.
of people.
Let's add some context. Hold on. Let's add some context to make sure everybody's on the same page. Are we on this? I'm just asking if we're on the same page. We're talking about a man and a woman, just like on that show. They don't know each other. They only met each other for like, say, 2 months, right? 2 months, and they get to know each other, whether they had sex or not. And the men are wanting the woman to go 50-50 with her. So let's start from there. Are you saying that the woman is expected to? So, okay, go ahead.
No, from that scenario you just described, no, not at all.
Okay.
I'm talking about where they are intentionally trying to be in a relationship which will lead to a marriage or a committed relationship, however you want to word it.
Oh shit! If that dummy did that, then yeah, she supposed to
Yeah,
help. But
that's what I'm referring to. I'm not referring to, because to me that's the ultimate goal for most of our connections. That's what we're trying to do, or we should be trying to do. Unfortunately, not everybody is, and that's cool. And to each his own. But if that's your goal, if that's your intent, then that's what I'm referring to. If that's your intent. If that ain't your intent, then you got a whole lot to talk about. You got a whole lot to learn, and a whole. Go ahead. I see. Yeah. Go ahead.
all
Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say is, speaking on my behalf, I don't, if 50-50 come up in a situation with any dude that I'm talking to, just the fact that he mentions it is a turn off. Even if it is a situation, if that's the situation down the road, he loses his job. That's called holding each other down.
Right.
But like,
Right.
Well, then we're on the
if
same
I
page then.
meet you and you like, well, I believe in the 50-50 rule, and I believe
I'm
that we
like,
about to split this check 50-50, and
Yeah.
you about to lose my number.
Yeah.
facts.
And I can
Because hold
And
understand
on.
that.
I'm pretty sure that's what
So
Aaron
hold on.
talking about.
So let me play the video again, and I want to make sure we're on the same page, and it wasn't any I wasn't saying anything wrong in this video. These are the 4 reasons why loser men whine about going 50-50 with women. 1, they say it's the economy and the average person can't live alone. You don't have your own place. You have your own place and you're paying your own bills. So how is it so hard not going 50-50 when you're not? And I'm not saying that when y'all live together, y'all can't go 50-50, but why is it so much of a problem when you're paying your own bills in your own house? 50-50 now because you don't have a woman. 2, they talk about we are dead last in income and the economy is through the roof. Economy is bad for everybody. So the other races that are making more money than you, they ain't complaining. So how about you become a little bit more competitive with other races instead of being competitive with women? Because you, and that's what Travis was talking about. You are a man and you're supposed to be focusing on what you need to be doing and not what women are doing. So go out there and be more competitive with other races. Because here's the thing. If you focus on your shit instead of women's shit, you may actually become an outlier and make more money than the average black person does.
Hallelujah.
So Sean.
Okay. Yeah.
Is
From
that
what
what
you
you're
just
talking
said.
about as far as
No.
individualism
No.
or independent? Okay.
No. You. When we're speaking about somebody who is coming, like this is a prerequisite to get with me, we need 50. I agree wholeheartedly. That's a loser guy.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Nah.
But what I was speaking about is somebody who intentionally is trying to who's trying to have that person be their wife, or be in a committed relationship with that person, is what I was speaking to as far as being
Yeah.
interdependent with one another.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But of
Okay.
course, if you're already
Yeah.
in deep, somebody
Yeah.
get paralyzed, like, and you leave, that makes you just a horrible human in general, man or woman.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Justin.
Exactly.
I'm more of the perspective of whatever works, and it'd be different situations across the board. And I think that we shouldn't have a 50-50 rule. We shouldn't have a 100% rule. Really should be what works. And with us having these hard rules in place, we find ourselves having dysfunctional relationships that could be a lot more functional if we just found what like actually works among 2 people. And relationships get so complex. I mean, a person is complex trying to solve themselves, but then when you bring 2 people together and you try to use general rules on what works and what doesn't work, a lot of times it's not going to work.
But
That's
see,
my take.
can I say something?
For sure.
Because I don't think men realize that the right man is gonna get a woman's money anyway. So the discussion about the money, he's right. It get all complex and twisted. In the end, if she trusts you like that enough to marry you and be with you, she probably more than likely that's gonna be all you gonna be the king of the castle. That's how it's supposed to be.
You're
So
right.
you're gonna get her money anyway.
You're right. But
Because it's about
the issue
trust.
that I have with what you're saying is, so do the wrong men. Wrong men sometimes get your money if they say the right thing.
No, the hell.
I just want to say what Justin said. I 100% agree. I know personally, I'm not going 50-50. However, I state that before I even go on a date. It's because we're getting to know each other as friends. So that's already known. He already knows where I am, right? However, like Justin said, it should be no hard rule for anybody. It matters if you and that person are in alignment. I keep saying that's just my word. You have to be in alignment. You have to want the same thing. That's it.
So I got
let me throw a curveball in this. Because I like.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let's spice things up a little bit. Why not do 50-50?
I just said before I don't see nothing wrong with the 50-50. I don't get it.
It's about the approach and the expectation to go 50-50 when you're in a dating process, is what I'm saying. In my opinion, hold on, let me say this. In my opinion, as a man, you have to already be running shit in your own life. Somebody need to be depending on you. Somebody need to be trusting you. You need to be protecting somebody in your own life so she can see how you're able to protect the people in your life before she comes in there. So if you ain't doing none of this shit already, how can she trust you?
So let me ask this question.
I like where you was going, Travis. Go ahead, Travis.
Specifically to, I'm just throwing curveballs right now.
Yeah.
So is it Maya? Is that how you say your name, Maya?
Maya, yeah.
Is it Maya?
Maya. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So my question, I really want to know this. So let's say you got a man, right? But I don't know if you're married or not. Let's just say you're not, right? So let's say you have a man, you're meeting a guy, right? You've been dating him for 3 months. And when I say dating, I mean like getting to know. I'm not saying your boyfriends or girlfriends. You get to know him. But you earn more than him, and he's a generous guy. He's a nice guy. He loves you. He cares about you. And you vetted him, and you could tell that this man will love you every way that you need him to love you, but he does not earn the money that you want him to earn. Are you saying that you wouldn't give him the time of day to be your leader, to be your king?
That's not the same as 50-50.
Oh no!
Hold on. I'm asking.
Because I've been there. I've been there. Exactly what you're saying. I've been there. So let me just clarify. I agree with what Chevy said. There is nothing wrong with 50-50. This is my point. Everything all depends on the person. You have to be in alignment with that person. I don't want to go 50-50. Now, I've been in that situation where a guy was amazing, right? I've been there. He wanted to marry me. I've been there last year, okay? I told him that you have to make at least 6 figures when we get married. You have to have a 6-figure mindset if you want to be my husband, because I need you to pay all the bills, regardless of the fact I'm making 6 figures, because the bills have to be paid by you. But guess what? If something happens to you, I can hold us down. So we're not going to fall flat. If we're working on 50-50, that means we're working paycheck to paycheck. So if you fall down, that means we're both falling because we're dependent upon 2 incomes. If we're dependent upon 1 income, yours, that means if something happens to you, I got like 2 years of the mortgage in the bank because I'm still making 6 figures. So I'm still holding us down. That's my feelings and opinion. Nothing's wrong with 50-50. If a woman wants to go 50-50, nothing's wrong with that. Okay. Now, what you said, yes, I would still date him, right? However, I wouldn't marry him unless he was ready to take care of us and be a provider. I would date him if he had a 6-figure mindset. He has to be willing to get there before we get married. That's what I'm saying.
Did you just say, let me re-ask this?
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's
Go ahead, Chevy.
Go
ahead, Chevy.
Did you just say that the man, your potential husband, has to either already be making 6 figures or have a 6-figure mindset while you not going 50-50, period? Your money is your money. He got to have 6 figures, either way it go, whether it's in the mind or in the physical. But what is your money doing?
Well, good question, Chevy. I'm glad you asked that. Okay, so when I say 6-figure mindset, he has to actually be making 6 figures when we get married, because he has to hold us down. What my money is doing, perfect question. My money is investing in properties for us. My money is going into Forex for us. My money is going through to other business ideas for us. So that way we're having passive income. My money is not going to the Louis store and buying clothes and shopping and doing no dumb stuff. No, my money is going towards the family. I'm investing in our family, our kids. So if anything would happen to him, we're good. That's where my money
If I was a man, I would need to see your lifestyle in the blueprint. I don't want to hear what sound good about it going in Forex and all this. You would have to already be there if I ever got on the knee. If I was
and see, that's the thing, Chevy. That's the reason why. And everybody may come at me for this, okay? But I'm gonna say this. That's the reason why I usually only date foreign men, because I don't have to argue about 50-50. Because they already are providing. Here go, look at Travis. They're already having a provider mindset. They already provide, they're already doing that anyway. I don't have to argue with them. I'm 50-50. We don't have to have that conversation because they want to invest in us having businesses, growing our business, and they want to pay all the bills. But I'm still working. I'm still holding us down. It's
So
not for everybody. It's not.
Hold on, Mr. Lego. Mr. Lego, hold on. Yo, hey, you know what? Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I agree with Maya. I don't see any reason that any woman should accept 50-50, especially if I think a 50-50 conversation is maybe okay if you're a woman that, and you know that you'll never have kids. You don't want kids. You're not getting pregnant. That's not your thing. Then maybe, okay, maybe 50-50. But if a woman is having kids, it's absolutely stupid for her to be like, yeah, let's go 50-50 with the bills. Because just like Maya said, a man only is asking for 50-50 because he needs it. Point blank. If a man really had the money, no, I don't care what nobody say. No man on earth that actually has the money and the availability is gonna ask a woman for anything because he wants to feel like he's ahead of his household. So if a man is asking for it, he needs it.
Y'all just
Chevy,
said 80%
get him, Chevy. Get him, Chevy.
Get him. 20%.
Hold on.
I never have a problem meeting guys who make 6-7 figures.
They're not black. They're not black. Y'all said
they're not black. They're not black. Though. They're not black.
I live in a building where half of the people in this building make 6-7 figures. You put yourself in a position. They are black. I only date black men.
I thought you said you date foreign men.
Interracial marriage.
African, Nigerian, scammers.
What I date. I never said outside of black. I only date black. I love dark chocolate.
I don't see anything wrong with you outside of black anyway.
So look, let me add something to this.
Yes.
Maya, one, because of what she does for a living, she can do that. She's put herself in the environment where other therapists and professional men, where she lives in a building full of men with a lot of money. So she put her in a position to do that, and she says she mainly dates black men that are not Americanized, so they are not in the 80% in any way, mentally or physically or financially. They don't live in the hood. They live in a nice area. They're from a background that, they're providers and they make the actual money. And she's in that world because of what she does for a living. So she can require that and not give up no booty. And
I'm still celibate.
So she can do that. Other women can't.
I 100% applaud the celibacy, by the way. I applaud that 100%.
2 years now. 2 years.
This other stuff we're gonna have to talk about. We got to talk about this on another podcast. Because
Chevy,
Mr. Let go.
Do you understand what she's saying though?
And I threw away my sex toys. That was hard.
Oh wow!
Even better.
So I want to see what Chevy got to say, and then we'll go to Lexus.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
I love you, Chevy.
Man,
I love my ladies up here, but I just, this is my take on this stuff gets so deep. Like, I hate to see how we just tearing apart day by day with these unrealistic / realistic points of views of stuff. There's too much of a thick line between what a man should be doing and what a woman ain't gonna settle for. That's why majority of the women will be single, because the expectations are just, it's too much. And then y'all will say that 80% of the men, this is your facts. Y'all said about 80% of black men aren't doing so well. We all can see that it's the black women that's running the world right now. And what I don't respect,
Whoa. 80% of black women broke as hell too. What are you talking about?
no, black
We are
women,
broke. Black
women
humans,
definitely is in the
black
runners up when it comes to
American humans are broke.
Okay, we'll roll with that. That's even better.
Okay.
So if 80% of both of us broke, why is we arguing about going 50-50 when we both broke? You want 100 out of a broke person and we all broke?
But Chevy, I'm not disagreeing with you about for you.
Out of each other.
I'm not disagreeing about 50-50. I'm not. That's the thing. If you want to go 50-50, I fully support you. All I'm saying is I'm not going 50-50.
Yeah, but
I'm
when
not
other
saying
women
all
hear
women.
when other women hear you say that that's not in your position, it then sounds like it's normal, like it's scalable, and it's not scalable.
But Chevy,
for most
that's
women.
why I came in to reiterate that she is an outlier. She
Right,
lives
but what about the
differently,
women that's listening
she works
to her? That's not
differently, and she operates differently. She's doing a lot of different things that are totally different than the average woman. That's
right,
why
but the average woman is watching her and they're going to automatically assume that what she's saying. See, the thing is, women don't know their position. They're easily influenced. So I'm going to give it to her. Let's just say she is 100% qualified to demand what she's demanding. There is still other women that's looking at her that's saying, well, Maya said a shoe, so I'm going to say it too. And they're not qualified. So this is
well, that means that woman would be stupid, because we're literally letting everybody know that that woman is a therapist. She lives around professional people in a building full of professional people. You don't, person in watching the video, you broke. She's not. You're not a therapist. She is. She lives in a high rise that probably she has to pay. She's in LA, so most likely she's paying $6,000 a fucking month. You ain't, so you can't get what she can get. Oh, higher than $6,000 a month.
Chevy, can I just say something to you really quick? Okay, this is the reason, and I'm not disagreeing with you, please. I'm not. This is what I'm saying to you. This is the reason why I date African men, because it's a cultural thing. It's culture. It's
Lady,
a cultural
you watching,
thing.
you can't get an African man, so you can't do that either. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I listen. I'm gonna say this, and I believe it alone, because I can really talk about this topic.
I'm just saying that the typical woman ain't dating African men.
Let me say this as a married man who, when I got married, my wife was making more than me, but I ended up retiring her from her job. Okay, she's not doing now. So let me be very clear. Yeah, I want to be very clear about this. The cheat code for both men and women is marriage. This idea that and Mr. Lego knows some of these people I'm about to name. One of my best friends, who I've been knowing for 10 years now, he's been married to his wife for 17 years, James Penn. He believes in getting married young, right? They got married young, okay?
Super young.
He's 40.
In high school.
Yeah. Well, in college, but yeah.
College.
And so here's the thing. Yeah. Here's the thing, right? And then they ended up building together. Now they live an amazing life. And I want to say this. This is really important, at least for men. I'm actually going to speak to men here. Men will more than double their income when they get married, right? Men getting married is a cheat code. It is a cheat code to life. It is a cheat code to make more money. It is a cheat code to become the best man you could become. Now, I think the biggest aspect that I would say to women is you have to know the men who has those skills. I think the problem is many women are jaded by the fact that most men don't have those skills. And so they don't want to approach the situation and be burned out or get jaded or get effed over because they say, yo, I believed in this guy. He had dreams. I invested in him and he screwed me over. This man never had no skills. You just believed in him because he had at the time, and I think that is a lot of the problems because the truth is you're going to increase your wealth through marriage. And I think this idea that we shouldn't get with each other unless we're making a certain figure. I'm going to be very clear. Just because a man makes a certain amount of money doesn't mean at all this man actually is good financially. In fact, I even go as far as this. My wife is a CPA. I'm terrible with money. You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. So just because a man has money doesn't mean he's good with money. And so, I just would challenge the notion, and obviously, y'all, everybody live the life that they want to live, but I just would challenge the notion that a man has to be making six figures because six figures is the arbitrary. It actually doesn't even mean anything, right? A man making 75 grand could be doing way better with his money than a man making 150 grand. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to recognize that. And then also, sometimes me being an entrepreneur, I can tell you plenty of people that I've worked with, women specifically. Mel Robbins is the perfect example. You guys may know who Mel Robbins is, right? I've worked with Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins has a stay-at-home husband. you know, you know. And I'm not telling you ladies to do that. I do believe men should be providers. I'm gonna be very clear about that. But I also think that what Justin said is apt to, that people should be given 100 by 100. You should do what works for you. And these arbitrary numbers that Chevy was making earlier that people have is kind of keeping people single. And I think as a Black community, it's important for us to recognize that marriage is the cheat code. It really is, because you're going to become a better person, especially as a man. You're going to make more money. You're going to become a better man. You're going to be able to build more. You're going to be more of the community. You're going to be a much better human, right? Getting married. And I think, as men specifically, we need to recognize that. And as women, I would just say, think more about the qualifications that this man holds and the actions that he has put together and the
And
things
not
that
his
he has
money.
done and the things that he's done, right? More than what his paycheck says. And I'll just leave it at that.
Travis, so,
you made a great point.
Whoa. What's up, Alexis?
Hey, Mr. Aaron. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Alexis, how you doing?
What
I'm
are your
good. Can
thoughts
you
on
hear
that?
me okay? Hold on, let me make sure. Can everybody hear me okay? It was going,
We hear you good.
y'all
Yeah,
can't
you're
hear.
good.
Okay, I wanted to offer a different perspective about the 50-50 thing because my good sis Amani had brought up something about children. And I'm a woman who doesn't want children. Like, I don't plan on having children at all. But I do had a relationship where I did 50-50. It wasn't planned or anything, but I just want to give the reason because I don't think it's always a bad thing. At the time, we were both like, we had our own place. And, I was spending damn near $1,700 a month in rent, and he was doing the same thing. And we're like,
oh,
called
God
me.
damn it.
Somebody called me, sorry.
Oh, they
But I was thinking, we're spending so much money. Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody called me, but I was thinking, we're spending so much money on rent, and if we live together, we'll be able to save a lot of money. And I have two foreign cars. I don't have to have it. I just wanted it. So I'm like, I would be saving a lot of money. I'll be able to get some things paid off. He had a lot of debt. I had a lot of debt as well. So we did that, and then the amount of money that we were able to save per month, he was getting like credit cards paid down. I was doing the same, getting my cars paid down, and then after, because he was in a better financial state, he had more of a savings. So then he started paying for everything 100%. So it was kind of like I was helping him help us, if that makes sense. But again, I'm someone, I don't want children because anytime there's children involved, like the woman is always going to do more. And that's not 50-50. That's why a lot of people get divorced, because the woman is exhausted, in my opinion. But as far as going forward, just how I always tell women on my platforms, not to sleep on average earning men. I'm not saying go find an average earning man. I'm not saying that, but there's a lot of average earning men that I've dated who are, hey, stop it, who are a lot more generous than men with money, and they didn't even have to, like, they went 100%. Like, they will get you anything that you want, help you out. So I think it's just about if the man is generous or not. I know firefighters who take care of their entire family. Their wives don't work. They just put in the amount of hours that they need. So, just keep that in mind. I wouldn't sleep on average earning men because, men with money, they come with a lot of trauma. I'm not saying don't get you a man with money, but it's a lot that comes with that as well.
They
But
not
as
worth
a 27-year-old woman, I don't think I would just hop into something saying, yeah, let's go 50-50. I would not do that either. No.
And let's keep in mind, 6 figures is only $55 an hour.
Wait a minute. I can't hear anything.
Yes.
That's more than the
Six
average,
figures. Yeah.
Maya. More than the
55.
average.
Yes.
If you have one job and you have a side hustle, you're making 55 an hour.
Okay. Well, what's interesting about everything y'all saying, Travis, you made a great point, but the one thing that I would say needs to be emphasized, you said this is for men.
I get to you next,
that it's
Cookie. Go ahead.
Yeah, that it's a cheat code for men. No, it's a cheat code for us both. And we need to really start emphasizing that more often, because what we're talking about right now is the fact of, I'm feeling like a lot of people are superficial nowadays. And unfortunately, that's becoming the demise of us, because that superficialness becomes a selfishness, and that selfishness doesn't become a camaraderie for a relationship. It's fine if you want to do that. Just don't get involved with nobody if that's where your headspace is, because you're better off by yourself. So, to your point, any interdependency, marriage, relationships is a cheat code to do better, because two always equals more than one.
Yep.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I agree. Yeah. And I just want to say again,
hold on.
It's just
Hold on.
go ahead, Cookie.
Hold on. Let Cookie go real quick. And
I
she was
just
trying to get
wanted
in.
to say that I everything everybody said was great. I'm still not going 50-50, but just because I'm not going 50-50 doesn't mean I'm looking at how much this man make. I just need him to be able to. I never said a number. She know her number because she know what she worth. All I said was I'm not going 50-50 with a man up front. I'm not doing it. He might be making 4 racks a month, and that's it. But he's taking care of himself, and he would be able to bring me in and take care of me as well. You know what I mean? That's all that I'm saying. I'm not even, he ain't gotta be a millionaire. But my cheat code, my dude ain't gotta be over 6 feet tall. I don't care about that. So that take out the 20, like the percentage go up after that, ladies. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, wild on this thing. What's going on?
I'm serious. Why he gotta be 6 feet?
He does, and that's the thing. Whatever anybody wants is okay. That's what I'm trying to say here. If you want to go 50-50, go and do it. Nothing's wrong with it. No one should shame you. But if you want to have a man who's a provider and you want him to pay all the bills, don't shame us either. It's okay. Both is okay.
Well, I will say this. I hear you. I agree with what I do agree with Mr. Letgo. There are exceptions to the rule, and I will admit to some ladies. I don't know you well enough to say whether or not you do or not, but you seem like a perfectly fine young lady, just to be clear. But there are exceptions to the rule. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I remember Angel Reese was talking recently. She was like, "Yo, my guy, she has to be taller than me. She can make that type of demand." You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say this though, and I think is really important for Black people specifically. We do have to get over superficial standards. Like we think that, hey, just because I have this standard, then this is something that I should adhere to. No, sometimes this is superficial, and it appeals to a characteristic within you that needs personal growth. And sometimes we don't. Like a lot of these quote unquote standards really be trauma-based things, trauma-based decisions. I want to, and I'm not saying this is you, so please, I want to be very clear. But some people, some women, I know some women do this. I want a man that makes 6 figures. You ain't even made 6 figures. You ain't never even been around a person with 6 figures.
Can I add that what Chevy said? I am only saying that because that is what
I agree with you.
If a woman is making 40K and she's like, I don't care, he got to make 6 figures, you are not even operating on a standard that you can reach. Which
that's why I was that's why I was giving that disclaimer. This is not to you. I want to be super clear. This is not to you. And I trust Mr. Let Go's judgment. So I'm just saying, like, I know there's a lot of people that has these ridiculous superficial standards, and it's based on trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's based on their lack, and they believe they are making this decision consciously, when in reality, this is coming from the subconscious, and it's coming from a trauma-based position, not one that's actually going to be fulfilling to a relationship for them. I think people should be looking for what's fulfilling for them, and we should encourage as people, not whatever you want, no, what is actually going to be fulfilling for you. And I know people have to make that up for themselves, but unfortunately, based upon statistics, most people can't. You know what I'm saying?
And let me say this.
Can I say one more thing?
Hold on. Let me just say this, y'all. And I just have to speak for myself because I am an outlier, and it's not because of money, it's just because of my mindset. Multiple people on this panel right now know me personally, right? And y'all have seen me providing and protecting other humans, and possibly y'all also, right? So this is what I'm saying when I said earlier that a woman's job is to observe the man and see if he's already providing and protecting for somebody that is already in his life, instead of sitting here expecting him to do something that he's not doing before you got around him. If you cannot provide and protect for people that are around you, and I'm not even just talking about kids. Some of you ladies, you felt protected around me. And you have that, I have that aura of protection where, oh yeah, I know Mr. Let Go. He's going to protect me. He's going to protect whoever is around him, and I feel safe around him. So other women feel safe around me. So when the woman of my dreams or whatever comes around, she's going to feel the same way because I'm already protecting and providing in my own life. And that's on top, that's added with my kids. So if a man is not already doing these things, he isn't worthy of a woman.
Can I add a couple of more things? I've been watching Mr. Let Go. I've known Aaron for a while now. And what's his name? Travis, I believe what you said, that some people, I know, I don't feel guilty about it because hit dogs holler. I'm not hollering. All I'm saying is that I transformed myself into somebody that's deserving. Now, my money pockets, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? But I lost the weight. I made sure my collar. So I feel like I have with my history and the accolades. I feel like I have the I should be able to pick. And I haven't lowered my standards. I personally like shorter men anyway. But all I'm saying is I'm a buck 40. I'm 5'6". I'm in shape. My face card don't lie. Like I'm 42.
No, you're lying.
Yes, I am. I get carded everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
So I feel like I have that. And on top of that, I grew up in a house where my dad took care of my mom. I have a 2-parent household. So I don't know any other way to live.
And that's the thing too. A lot of people live so below of like just normal everyday standards that they get mad when they see somebody that actually put in the work to live above it and requires more. People really get mad about that because any Black woman says, I've acquired this much for myself, so my husband has to meet me or exceed me, they get mad off the bat because there's so many Black people not doing well that they're like, no, you gotta, reach below you. No, I don't, because I put in the work just like everybody else can put in the work. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a number for your husband to make. If that's what your lifestyle is, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting your partner to have anything as long as that's what you've achieved for yourself. And I think the problem is so many people, they be like, oh, well, I don't care. Like, I truly don't care because this is what I've done for myself, and he has to do that for himself too, and we meet each other.
Well, what's interesting about that is that by those standards, the person that you want, you often don't qualify for.
I was about to say
by your own standards.
I'm telling you that
by your own standards. No, because you want somebody above you, and if they're above you, you're not there.
No, because here's the thing.
Hold on.
Stop, because I'm about to explain.
I got a perfect video after Amani. Go ahead, Amani. I got a perfect video.
In general, right, throughout all of human history, a man has taken care of a woman. I don't care what nobody's opinion is on it. These are the facts. So if a woman is making, let's just be superficial and talk about numbers, even though numbers don't really matter, right? If a woman is making 75K and a man is making 75K or 100K or 150K, that's normal. That's always been normal because the man is going to take care of the woman. That's the way it's biologically set up. Like, this isn't even just our opinions. This is biology at this point. So it is A-okay in the course of how a household's supposed to run for a man to make more than a woman or to have a little bit more. That's okay. But for a woman to try to bring a man up, he's going to be emasculated. All of a sudden, she's aggressive, she's masculine. And I don't care what nobody else say about it because that's the way the world works. It's okay for the man to have a little bit more. Notice I said, just a little bit. We're not crazy outliers, but it's okay for the man to have a little bit more because I'm already that. And if let's say like I said, I'm making 75K and he makes 100K. I'm not going to be like, well, he makes 100K, so I don't qualify for him. I'm already above the rest. I'm already higher than most. So that's okay.
All right, so let me play this. Hold on.
Let me hop in, please.
Can y'all wait for 1 second? Play this video and then come back. We're going to go to Justin.
For themselves. Especially average women. These same women don't match physically, mentally. They're not even on the same wavelength as him when it comes to where they're going in life.
I got some bad news, fellas. She's wrong. See, women are naturally hypergamous. So if you're looking at an average woman, the guy that she'll be interested in is a man that's slightly above average because she's hypergamous. Overall, it doesn't make sense for a woman to look for her equal. She wants to find a man that she can actually submit to. So he has to, in some type of way, be slightly above average, which means if you're an average guy and you're going after average women, the reason why they're not giving you any play is because you're average just like her. If you're an average guy, and I hate to say this, but the women that are in your dating pool are below average women. So if you make under $50,000, you're short, got a pot belly, you don't work out, you ain't got no muscle tone. The reason why women aren't giving you any play is because you're supposed to be dating below average women. And if you want to change that, take your no muscle tone having ass to the gym, drive for Uber every day when you get off work to make more money, or continue to deal with below average women because average women are not going to talk to you. And this is the actual reason why so many average men are on YouTube and Instagram complaining about women all day because they're confused on why average women don't want them. You're in the wrong dating pool. Go find you a chick that is as lazy as you are. You don't go to the gym, she don't go to the gym. You fat, she's fat, everybody's happy. So go ahead, Justin, because that's exactly what Amani was saying.
Exactly.
What I wanted to insert is when we get into the historical conversation about
pause. You said insert. Pause. Go ahead.
Okay, that's a pause. Insert is a pause.
Insert.
Is that when we get into the historical conversation of the dynamic between men and women, it's also important to take into consideration that women, I'm not like, I would have to look at history as a whole, but to my understanding, women are making more money than they've ever made.
No.
At what other time period have women been making more money?
Okay, with inflation, put it like this. They are making more money, but it doesn't matter because inflation has gone up with the wages. So we're still broke. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm saying is the men are experiencing the same inflation. And so as far as the amount of income that women are making, when we get into the historic conversation of the role that men has played versus the role that women have played, women have a lot more access to money than they've had historically in comparison to men.
Yeah.
But one of the huge differences between when men get money versus when women get money, there is that conversation of the woman, she still looks up, versus maybe she got the money part covered, but there's other aspects of her life that a man that might not make as much money may be able to come along and help her build with. And so I'm not saying that a woman is right or wrong for it, though I think where we mess up once again is when we have these hard guidelines on what's the best way to go about it. Like maybe the woman does go touch 6-7 figures and like she's doing very well there. But there may be other aspects of her life that a man that's not making that much can actually come along and they could build together and be interdependent. So I just think culturally that's where we're messing up. We're not thinking that way. It's like we're thinking in terms of how things were structured traditionally, but the dynamic in the situation that we're operating in isn't a traditional situation.
What does that mean for everybody though?
Recipes from back in the day with a whole new. First of all, when we try to compare our granddads to modern men, our granddads was only paying and footing the bills because they had to. What women was able to make money back then? We didn't have the obligations and the rights to have our own money. We now have the rights to make our own money. And now we're saying, well, yeah, we make our own money, but we still want y'all to make the money and do what. Like our granddads don't get no extra token for that. That was just the way the world was designed back then. We cannot keep trying to use back in the day recipes for a new meal. Throw that out the window. It's not that no more. So we as the women, we're the ones that it seemed like. I'm not going by numbers because I live by reality. I don't care what statistics say. The point of the matter is women are making a lot of money right now, more than we've ever made. So how are we putting the same type of pressure on the same men that we swear ain't making the money when we know we making the money, but we telling them, yeah, we making more than y'all, but y'all still got to come with more to the table. That doesn't make any sense. When it comes to the 50-50 conversation, I feel like if women know their position and if you know you the top tier woman, 9 chances out of 10, you ain't even got to speak that out your mouth because a man already knows what needs to go on. So that's to stop. That needs to just be done anyways. Women walk around with the, I don't need this and I make this and I got that. If you is what you say you is, you ain't got to say nothing because top tier just sit there. They don't got to lay out they don't have to lay out a routine to let a man know what he got to do. The top of the line man already know what he got to do. And if you qualify for a top of the line man, he know what he got to do. You ain't got to tell him what to do.
So hold on.
Talking.
Hold on. Okay, you done? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was done.
I'm done.
Okay. Look, y'all might look at me like I'm crazy, but P. Diddy just got arrested, and
what?
I need to talk about it.
Damn. It's
sorry.
That was coming. That was
She
coming.
said I gotta talk about it.
I gotta go make some money and talk about this shit.
Okay.
There it is.
I'm about to go to the Staples Center. They're having a party, so I'll see y'all later.
Because people want to hear the mess, so we're gonna end this and use a low because my dumb ass did this show during Monday Night Football. So this was really dope, but I gotta realign everything like Tuesdays or some shit, whatever. So I appreciate all of y'all being on here. This was super dope. This is my first time doing a panel discussion, and y'all are so into it. I'm like, yo, this is so dope. So I appreciate
everybody
y'all.
got good different points of views for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I agree.
So hopefully y'all will come back and do this like Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever. And we'll come together, figure out a good time or whatever. But y'all are so freaking dope. But I gotta talk about this mess.
All right, I'm with you. Aaron, can I just say this last thing? Money, all of the things that we spoke about can change your conditions, but your conditions don't change your mindset. And we got to change mindsets right now.
You know what? This is what I got to say about that.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
Thanks, y'all. Aaron, ladies, fellas, it was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
All right. Talk to y'all later. I got to see what's going on with Diddy, and I'll be right back. So I'll most likely be back on live in a minute. Talk to y'all later. All right.
Talk to you later.
Good night.